What's up, Tech Gang? Stefan here from TechRight. Today we're going to be talking about my LG Stylo 7 predictions. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope everyone is safe out there. We have the LG Stylo 6 right here, as you guys can see. Now, I'm going to be doing my 2020 review on this device, so definitely stay tuned if you guys want that type of content. I'll also be having a few other devices coming in very soon that I think you guys are going to be excited for. But today we're going to be talking about the Stylo 7 predictions and what I think they should have on the Stylo 7. Now, these aren't the specifications that are 100% going to be on the Stylo 7, but these are just merely my predictions and what I think LG should do on the next Stylo 7. So if you guys want these specifications, definitely hit that like button down below. Let's get noticed, share this video around. Let's go ahead and get started though. Now, starting off, the release date is probably going to be in between March and May. This year we saw that the LG Stylo 6 was released in May of 2020, so I feel like they should keep that going and maybe release it a little bit earlier this year, because they did release the LG Stylo 4 and the LG Stylo 6 way earlier. So hopefully in between March and May we see the LG Stylo 7 drop. That's when I'm guessing they're going to be dropping this device. Now, starting off with the display size, I feel like anything in between 6.5 to 6.8 inches is going to be a good spot. The LG Stylo 6 was a 6.8 inch display, as you guys can see right here, and I feel keeping a bigger display like that would definitely be the best move. I don't think going over 6.8 inches is, totally appropriate, but I feel like 6.5 to 6.8 inches is pretty much the sweet spot, especially for stylus devices in 2020. Now, going further into the display, I feel like the LG Stylo 7 is still going to have a 1080p display, but I'm hoping that we have an AMOLED screen. So let's leave LCD in the past. Let's just go ahead and go on to AMOLED, especially with these Note devices. I feel like they definitely deserve a better display, seeing that that is a huge feature on these Stylo devices. Now, as far as the RAM goes, I feel like we should have at least 4 GB of RAM released at launch. As you guys know, released at Boost Mobile, Cricket Wireless, and Metro by T-Mobile, we only got 3 GB of RAM. I believe we should at least have 4 GB of RAM, anywhere between 4 and 6, but I feel like 4 is definitely the sweet spot, and LG can definitely get that done. Now, as far as the processor, we did have the MediaTek Helio P35. Now, I'm hoping for a Snapdragon processor, and if they do have a Snapdragon processor, I'm hoping it's the 665, because a ton of other budget devices and mid-range devices have been receiving the 665 and the 765 like we saw on the Revel 5G. And I feel like for the Stylo 7, I feel like we should at least have a 665, but if it's going to be a MediaTek processor, I'm hoping they at least do a MediaTek Helio P60. Now, the processor, the Helio P35, definitely did not do its job on the Stylo 6. I feel like this device was pretty much lackluster, especially for the price and the unlocked device. I feel like the performance was very poor for what you paid. Obviously, some of you got this device free with port-in or discounted when you add a new line, but I feel like we should at least have a MediaTek Helio P60, just upgrade that processor, because it did not do this phone justice whatsoever. This phone could have been way more than it actually was, and I feel like LG really needs to focus on upgrading that processor. Now, as far as the storage goes, we saw 64 GB on the Metro by T-Mobile, Boost Mobile, and Cricket version. I feel like we should at least have 128 GB of internal storage. Now, I feel like a lot of people are complaining about the storage because they did take pretty much 20 to 22 GB away when you just pretty much boot up the phone. So I feel like we should have at least 128 and maybe like 108 GB starting off when you open the device. I feel like that is a very good spot. Obviously, we still should be able to expand storage, but I feel like we should at least have 128 GB of internal storage. Now, as far as the camera goes, I feel like they should definitely upgrade the optimization. I love that they had a PDAF, an ultra wide and a wide angle camera on this device. I really like that they have those separate cameras, but I feel like they should definitely upgrade the optimization for these cameras, because we didn't really see anything too great from the Stylo 6. It was kind of getting outbeat by devices like the Galaxy A20, the A50, A51, A71, and Samsung really just took over this year. and LG kind of is left in the past. But I feel like we should maybe have the same triple or quad camera setup with better optimization. I also feel like we should at least have 1080p at 60 FPS already. We've been seeing that on many different phones, and a lot of people want to see 1080 60 FPS and maybe even 4K at 30 frames per second if that's possible for LG to provide. But they definitely need to upgrade the cameras on these devices. Getting into the battery, I feel like the battery was one of the best parts about this phone. I feel like that 4000 milliamp battery definitely provided an all-day battery experience. I feel like we should keep that battery, maybe go up 500 milliamps to 4500, seeing that we did receive that on the Galaxy A51 5G and A71 5G and tons of other devices. But I feel like we should always keep that big battery, especially in this device that's most likely going to have a really big screen. And hoping that we're going to get an AMOLED screen, we're definitely going to need a big battery. So anywhere from 4000 to 4500 milliamps would be great. Now I know this goes without saying, but I feel like we should have USB Type-C. That definitely goes without saying. No micro USB in 2020 at all. I saw that on the Aristo 5. It has micro USB. I do not know why they did that. I think they just need to phase out micro USB in general for every single device. But yeah, Type-C obviously. And as far as the fingerprint sensor goes, this was an okay fingerprint sensor that we saw on the back of the LG Stylo 6. But I feel like we need that in-screen fingerprint sensor on the new Stylo 7. I feel like that's going to be a pretty good upgrade. I feel like the design language is definitely going to be a little bit better if they go ahead and do that. This kind of just looks like a slab of glass. It doesn't really have any sort of character, and hopefully they upgrade that design language, because it pretty much just looks like every LG device from the past, just pretty much revamped. Yeah, they definitely need an in-screen fingerprint sensor. I feel like that would be a really cool feature that we've already seen in many other devices like the A51. Now getting into the stylus, I love that this has that feature. We can just go ahead and pop it back in, pop it out. I feel like that's a really nice feature, and I'm glad that they implemented that after I said, you know, in my Stylo 6 predictions, they should do that. They went ahead and followed through with that. I do think we should have a few more pen pop features that are, you know, a lot more practical instead of the ones that we currently have. I'm not complaining about those, but they're really just not the most practical things. I feel like they should definitely, you know, find some more use cases and do some more studying on, you know, how people use their stylus pens. And also pointer location. I feel like we should have a pointer location because we've seen that on devices all the way back since the Note 3, Note 4. We've seen the pointer location on the phone, maybe a battery inside of the stylus. Not sure what LG's budget is for this, but I feel like they should have some sort of pointer location or some sort of Bluetooth feature inside the stylus. Now, as far as the price, the last thing I want to talk about, I feel like this unlocked device, if the Stylo 7 is going to be released unlocked, I think it should be in between $300 to $350 with these specifications. I feel like there's just many other companies like Samsung that just offer way more at a lower price, and LG just keeps releasing devices and hoping that they sell with their unlocked device that they currently have with the A51 and A71, and the A series in general just has been taking over everything. So I feel like they need to make these adjustments. Obviously, this goes without saying, they're probably going to be releasing the Stylo 7, you know, to Metro by T-Mobile, Cricket Wireless, and Boost Mobile with port-in deals. So anybody that's hoping for port-in deals or device upgrade deals, those are definitely going to be there. So don't worry about that. But for the unlocked devices, I feel like this device should be in between $300 to $350. Yeah, guys, those are my predictions on the LG Stylo 7. If you guys have any predictions, definitely put them in the comment section down below. Also, go ahead and share this video to anybody that is a LG Stylo user. I definitely want to get you guys active in the comments down there. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like down below, as well as subscribing if you are not a part of the Tech Gang already. Also, hit the notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time I do upload a new video. This has been Safan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.